this morning we are welcoming Daisy from the In It Together Festival. A very good morning to you, Daisy. It's lovely to have you on the show.
Good morning. It's nice to be here.
So, Daisy, first of all, we need to get this out and about so people aren't waiting and sitting on this. There really isn't very many tickets left for this festival, is there?
No, we're over 95% sold out weekend tickets, and we expect them to go fast.
Yeah, so if you want to go to this festival, now is the time to do it. And, well, Daisy's going to tell us all about the In It Together Festival. It's not a very old one, is it?
No, it's going into its fifth year. First year was 2022.
2022. And you've been there since the very beginning.
I have. When I joined the company, it was a mere one-page document on a sheet of A4, and now it's a massive festival in Margam.
Yeah.
What? Go on, G.
Well, I was going to say a massive festival. I was just looking at the poster and just some of the names which you've got coming. Titchy Strider, Artful Dodger, Ella Henderson, all of these are going to be here in Wales.
Yeah, it's crazy. And 10 years ago, you had to go to Cardiff to see them. So it's really great that we can bring such international names to the fields of Margam, really.
And I remember driving past the first ever one you did, and you had the big yellow signs on the M4, and it was like Clean Bandits coming to Margam. And I was like, and they were massive at the time with Jess Glynn. And I was like, why on earth are Clean Bandit coming to Port Talbot just off the M4 at Margam? And you've had that pulling power since day one. What does that say about you and your team about getting these wonderful acts down here?
I think it's what the festival is. You know, we've had so many acts and so many agents stand on those fields going, this is incredible. It's for everyone. It's for families. And there's such a community rich nature about it that makes them just want to come.
I've got some friends that I don't think have missed any. We were just talking off air about our friend Lauren. She's often there right at the front singing and dancing to everything. And that's the vibe that you've curated. It's a really family inclusive festival, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really family inclusive. You know, I've watched families go from 3 people to 5 people working on the gates every year. But it's also really good for like a gang of mates just wanting to come down and listen to some good music as well.
Yeah, and it is great music. As Gina mentioned there, some of the acts that we got on there: Madness, the Fratellis, H Rudimental, Snow Patrol, to mention some others. But Thursday, the festival doesn't really start until the Friday, but the campsite opens on the Thursday. Your Thursday campers party also looks incredible. You've got Joel Corry, Craig Charles, So Solid Crew, and Scouting for Girls. That's just the warm-up.
Yeah, it's a really good warm-up. It sets the weekend off right. So it's definitely a good idea to be there if you can.
So what are the dates then for the festival? Where are we looking at?
So it's the 22nd to the 24th of May. Lovely that it's on a bank holiday weekend as well, so you can fully enjoy the Sunday.
Incredible.
And that's important, isn't it? You want to go, you don't want to be stressing and rushing about getting home, do you? You want to embrace all of it. Give us an indication as to some of the smaller acts that are going to be there, because as well as promoting all of these massive A-listers, there's a space for what feels like everyone.
There is a space for everyone. We've got all kinds of music going on. You can discover your next up-and-coming band at the Paddock. It's something we've committed to since the start of promoting local Welsh talent. If you love your dance music, you can go and throw it back in the Rewind Arena, or, you know, a bit more modern in Panchaya. If you like your jazz music, you can go to the Jazz Cafe. If you like your country, you can go to the Branch with upcoming UK branch artists. It's literally, there's something for everyone.
That's so cool. What time do the music acts come on each day?
Somewhere between 12 and 2, depending on what stage it is.
That's amazing. I know that there's a whole cohort of Pure West Radio DJs that are excited to descend upon the weekend, not for the first time, because not only you've got these live music acts, there's DJs and other types of music playing too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really lovely to see, because you'll walk into Panchaya and you've got dads raving with their kids. And it's just this weird picture, but it looks wonderful.
That's like the John Lewis Christmas advert, isn't it? The middle-aged man in the middle.
I think they came to Margam for inspiration.
Yeah.
And then just to recap then, 95% of the weekend tickets have already sold. Can you get individual day tickets as well? How does that work?
You can get individual day tickets. My recommendation would be to come for the whole weekend to get the whole experience. And it is cheaper to get a weekend ticket than it is to get 3-day tickets.
There you go. Gina.
Yeah. And one plus side, actually, if you're a Pure West Radio listener, we have got a 10% discount code, Pure West 10, which you need to put in to get that. So, yeah, benefits all round there. It's really, really good. And it is going to be an absolutely incredible festival. I suppose you're going to hear the music from far and wide, aren't you? It's just going to fill Port Albert.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got people watching from the mountains, people watching from their front doorstep, listening to the music. It does take over the town, but they love it and we love it.
It was brilliant. Of course, last year there was a bumper weekend because you had the Air of Thy Stedsvod taking place on the other side of the road. It was quite the family community going on there.
Yeah, you could just live in that sort of section of Port Talbot for the entire week and you'd always have something to do last year.
Yeah, Kylo DJ is with us over on Instagram. He's got his hands in the air. He's ready. He's got his ticket. He's going to be there with some of the other crew. Robsy's going to be down there as well. I think J Flow is going to be popping over, ready to have a weekend of fun. So give us those headlines again, Daisy. What is it? Where is it? Where can we get tickets?
It is Together Festival with Madness, H and Snow Patrol on the 22nd to the 24th of May at Old Park Farm in Port Talbot. And if you go to the website, you can get your tickets now.
And don't forget that Pure West 10 code to get your 10% discount. Do it quick, though, because those tickets are flying out. And, well, I suppose to send you on your way, Daisy, we're going to have one of the acts that's going to be playing there. Who do you want to hear on Pure West Radio?
I think Snow Patrol Take Back the City. That would be iconic.
That would be iconic. And Port Talbot is really claiming itself as a music city. It looks amazing there down on the front, and you're part of that and that regeneration. Daisy and everyone in it together, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful May bank holiday warm-up going into that Monday. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Folly Farm, sponsors of The Breakfast Show on